Having debt or being in debt is one of the most stressful things you can experience. Banks and companies calling you asking for payments. You don't have the money, so you don't answer your phone, but it keeps ringing and ringing until you block the number. Then it pops up in your credit score as delinquent and it drops 100 points overnight. But you still need to keep spending as you don't have enough money to survive and interest is piling up fast. It's a complete disaster. So in this video, I will talk to you about a way you can consolidate all that debt into one single place with a fixed rate so you can pay it back little by little and get your life back in place. So stay tuned. Hi there, my name is Jaime Checaiban and I welcome you to my channel, The Foreigner in America, where I teach locals and foreigners everything they need to know about producing money, keeping the money, and multiplying it, specializing in the market, real estate, and businesses. So if you're someone like myself who loves money and wants to be successful and free, please subscribe to this great channel and hit that bell so you follow up on my 2 weekly videos. Also, check out my blog, Instagram, and social media under the same channel name, and take a look at this very solid read, which I will leave a link below for you to check out. So without further ado, let's begin. Credit card debt is something that exists. Millions of people have it. 10,000 is the average debt, and it can go into the 20s or 30s. People cannot pay it off. They can only pay the minimum payment, which means you cover the interest and you still owe everything else. The reason it's such a good business for banks and lenders and even Apple to have a credit card service is because it's easy money. You lend money to the average person and they don't pay it back, generating fees and interest. That's where banks and lenders make their money. But if you have $3,000 on one credit card and $6,000 on another and $4,000 on a personal loan, you have a lot of different things to consider with different payment terms and payment days. Sometimes hard to keep up. It's better to have one single debt with one single payment in place that you can pay off in a certain amount of time with a fixed interest rate if you do the homework and follow my advice. Allow me to give you the best options for you to consolidate debt and start a fresh and more liberated life. Let's get into it. Option 1 is SOFI, which can lend you from $5,000 to $100,000 at a fixed interest rate with no minimum credit score requirements. Remember, the credit score is a fraud invented by banks to force people to spend money they don't have. So don't get too caught up with it. Another option to consolidate debt is Achieve personal loans, which require a 620 credit score, and it's good for loans all the way to $50,000. How it works is you talk to them, you tell them all the total amount of debt you have, and they will pay everything off. But then you will have only one single payment day with them, which you have to make in order to slowly get rid out of debt. If you need another option to consolidate debt, then you should consider Discover personal loans. These guys require a 660 credit score, so it's a bit higher, and you can access a loan all the way to $40,000. Remember one thing, the interest rates on these loans vary depending on the payment terms. So I'll explain to you what to do once you got them at the end, so keep watching. Another option you can consider to consolidate debt is Upgrade. Their credit score requirements are low, only 560, and they can loan you up to $50,000 for your credit card debt. Other viable options just like Upgrade, which you can tap into, are Best Egg, Happy Money, Lending Club, and Universal Credit. They all go from 40 to 50K in loans and require credit scores from 560 to 640. You can go into any of these web pages and apply. The important part of this video is what to do once you apply. Okay, you got all your credit cards paid off, but you have one big loan at a fixed interest rate for, let's say, 60 months. You need to pay them $600 a month for 60 months, and you can be debt free. Perfect. But it doesn't end there. There are things you need to do. Let me go over quickly, so take notes. Number one, use cash or debit. You cannot give alcohol to an alcoholic. And you, my friend, are an alcoholic with credit cards. You need to put them away and never look back. Never use them again. No points, no rewards, no free nothing. No ease of payment, no I'll pay later mentality. Zero. It's over. Whatever money you make is the money you have to spend. If you want to save or not, that's your problem, but make sure you set aside the amount, right, to pay your big loan on time every month. If you use a debit card, make sure it doesn't overdraft, meaning it goes over what you have and put you in negative territory. Banks are sneaky and want you to use a debit card as if it were a credit card, so don't. Number two, be frugal. There is a reason you got into credit card debt in the first place. I'm not judging you. I'm just saying you don't want to have more credit card debt plus the loan you just took. You want to eliminate all the expenses from your budget, so no restaurants, no bars, no trips. Keep it simple until you get that loan taken care of. Once you're out of debt, you can start enjoying life and its luxuries without getting into debt again. Number three, make sure that debt is fixed. Whatever you use as a personal loan of the options I just gave you, make sure it's a fixed rate. Right now, the economy is crazy and there's no need to have an adjustable rate where today is 10% and tomorrow is 15%. You don't need any more stress and variables in your life. Number four, find ways to be happy without spending money. This is the most important one. I know money buys happiness a lot of times when you can travel anywhere you want in first class, go into a 5-star hotel, dine in expensive restaurants, go to expensive clubs, get VIP bottle service, drive a $200,000 car and be worry-free. Yeah, that's perfect, but unfortunately, it's not your life right now. You need to understand that you're paying off debt you just consolidated. So you need to do that and still keep living. You cannot hide in the closet and not eat, not see the sunlight, not see friends and family for 5 years. You will go crazy and end up losing control of yourself. If you go out for a walk in the park or the trail or take your bike somewhere and stop for an ice cream with the person you love or a frappuccino, you don't need to make it expensive. If you go grocery shopping, you don't need the expensive steak or lobster or salmon. You can find good recipes with chicken, rice, and raw veggies. If you want to travel somewhere, you can drive instead of flying. You can share the car with more people, stay in a friend's house or a cheap Airbnb. You could go get pizza for dinner instead of steak. And you could order 2 domestic beers at the bar instead of 5 shots. I know it's hard. But if it were easy, everyone will do it and there will not be any credit card debt in the first place and banks will terminate credit cards altogether. Follow my recommendations, consolidate your debt into one single fixed rate loan and be happy spending very little money and paying it off as fast as you can. And trust me, your life will change forever. But remember, take control of your life and take control of your money. Thanks a lot for watching this video. If you enjoyed it and found useful information, give me a like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss any one of my videos as soon as they come out. So have a great day. Don't lose any money, and I'll see you next time.